Okay everyone, I'm going to show you how to do all of these problems here so you can watch this video to review. Make sure you're on the right track. So this first one, meters to kilometers, that's just a metric conversion. So we can just use the ladder. So we have kilo, hecto, deca, the base unit, deci, centi, and milli. So if I'm going from meters, which is a base unit, to kilometers, I'm jumping 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left on the ladder. So I'm going to take my decimal point and do the same thing. So decimal point is here at the end of a whole number. Go 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left. So the answer is 2.5 kilometers. Number 2, also a metric conversion. We're going from hecto to the base unit, hectogram to gram. So hecto to the base unit is just 2 spaces to the right. So we're going to take that decimal point, move it 2 spaces to the right, and we get 48 grams. Alright, the next one is not a metric problem. It's time conversion. We're going from hours to weeks. See if we can get closer here. Alright, so you always start with this is dimensional analysis, we always start with our given value. 420 hours, it's not a rate, it's just hours by itself, so I'm going to put that over 1. I'm going to go from hours to days first, and then in the third conversion I'm going to go from days to weeks. So hours is a top unit, it's a numerator here, I'm going to make it a denominator here. I'm going to go from hours to days, and then I'm going to go from days to weeks. So now all of my units cancel out. Hours, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Days, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. And I'm in weeks, that's what I want. So I would be done. I need to fill in my equalities though. So I know that there's 24 hours in one day. I know there's 7 days in 1 week. So then we solve that. My calculator out here, so we take 420 times 1 times 1, which is 420, over our denominators multiplied, so 24 times 7 is 168. So 420 divided by 168 gives us 2.5 weeks. Okay, next one down, it's just metric, millimeters to centimeters is 1 jump to the left on the ladder. So I'm going to take my 17, I'm going to move the decimal 1 point, or 1 step to the left, and get 1.7. Alright, miles to feet over here. 2.4 miles is the given. It's not a rate, so it just goes over 1. And then over here in my chart, it tells us that there's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So I want mile on the bottom, so it can cancel out with this top unit. 5,280 feet. And that's it. That's my unit that I want, so it's 1 step and we're done. 2.4 times 5280, we get 12,672 feet. Alright, grams to pounds. Let's see, up here in my chart, it gives us a conversion right from grams to pounds there. So I'm going to start with my given unit, or given value, 1,950 grams over 1. And then up here it tells us there's 454 grams in 1 pound. Grams cancels, I'm left with pounds. Just a 1 step there. So 1950 divided by 454. So we get about 4.3 pounds. Okay, the last two are rate problems. So 88 feet per second. So when you have a rate, you don't have just 1 on your denominator. You have 1 with a unit. So 88 feet per second is 88 feet per 1 second. So we need to work on converting feet into miles, and then we need to do seconds into hours. We can do that all in the same line. So first I'm going to go from feet to miles. We've already done one of these. Up here we know there's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. I'm going to put feet on the bottom so it cancels out with this guy. Like that. And now I'm going to keep going. I'm going to take seconds. Seconds is on the bottom here, so I'm going to put it on the top and convert it into minutes. There's 60 seconds in 1 minute. And then lastly, there's minutes. I'm going to take minutes on the top. 60 seconds in 60 minutes in 1 hour. So now seconds will cancel, minutes will cancel, and we're left with miles per hour, which is what we want. So now we can solve. We can take 88 times 60 times 60 divided by 5280, and we get 60 miles an hour. All right, and last one is actually just going opposite. We're going from miles per hour to feet per second, so you're going to do everything in reverse. So 44 miles per 1 hour. I'm going to deal with time first. I'm going to take 1 hour and put that into minutes, 60 minutes. Hour cancels. 1 minute is 60 seconds. Minutes cancels. And now miles is on the top over here. I'm going to put it on the bottom down here. So 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Miles cancels and we're left with feet per second. This is what we want, so we can solve 44 times 5280 divided by 60 times 60, which is 3,600. And we get 64.5. Okay, those are your answers.